So the next project is going to be the grease trap. I want to be able to close it. I'm not sure why I want to be able to close it. Maybe it's because I want to control the flow of the grease if I need to. On the ribs, I don't really have much of a grease problem, but brisket, I'm sure there will be. And then I also, although you don't need one, I run the pit with a pan, so that catches most of it. But anyway, I still want it. Now this is 27 bucks. This is like, I don't know, $3 or $4. And then I got 2 of these. Well, these are all 1.25 inches. So while the inlet is 1.5 inches, all these fittings underneath the pit for the grease is 1.25 inches. And basically this, I only needed one of these now that I think about it, but well, I might use 2. But anyway, this right here will screw in. This right here will screw into the grease fitting, and then this will fit into the elbow. And then there we go. This will fit into that. And depending on how long it is, I may screw that on top of it. And I can just see I'll have a grease bucket, and I can probably hook it right here. Hook the little strap. Holding strap right there, so it'll stick out, protrude a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how I'll position this. Probably, let's see, yeah, probably. Oops, does it go up? Oh, this stinks. Okay, I can't turn it this way, but anyway, we'll have to oil it or grease it, and we'll turn that. So this product is by Proline. It is 1.25 inches elbow, black iron. Can be found at Lowe's, and I bought this piece right here, 2 of these. These are also black. They're called nipples. These are black nipples, black nipple pipes. Not that there's anything wrong with that. 1.25 inches by 3 inches. They make I think they make a 2-inch, but I want a little bit. So, or you could probably choose even longer. And they're also by Proline and found at Lowe's. Okay, so did I tell you? I don't think I told you about this. This one right here is made by American Valve. It's a G100. You know how I am about letters and numbers. Well, as you can see, it's raining out here, so we're gonna have to do some inside work. I don't know, maybe I'll talk about the Guru or something like that. I've got a camera up here and a camera over there, so sometimes we'll flip back and forth between the Ring cameras. I use my Ring cameras, and you may want to do this too. You ever write something down and maybe miss it, and all of a sudden I'm like, I did a smoke, and I'm like, I don't know how long I had it in there, and then or I don't know if my timing was right. I wrote stuff down and didn't write the timing down. And I'm like, hold it, I just recorded from 2 angles, because I put my pit here when I smoked the second time. I have the times and everything through Ring camera if you have the membership. Okay? So, okay, so I cleaned it 3 times. Here's the first time. Here's the second time, and here is the third. And you know you could clean it another time. I'm also going to clean this. I have well, you might see my video for making the UDS. It was called the screwdriver, and I'm really into something looking good. And that pit right there, I'm going to put a zinc enhanced or zinc See, Alzheimer's. You know what? When it comes to Alzheimer's, I'm not sure if you know this, but I have heard tale that the use of foil in barbecue on meats can cause the early onslaught of Alzheimer's, but I really don't put much anyway, I like to spray these with clear, and they stay nice and brassy for a long time. I got something out there, the screwdriver. I think I made that in, let's say, 2010, 2011. You can look it up on my channel, see how I constructed it, and you'll be amazed at the difference in size between my boys now and my boys then. But that piece right there is the only thing that actually looks decent on it. Okay, I'm going to paint that pit eventually, and that'll be a future video with it's an epoxy paint that has zinc in it. That's the primer, and then I'm going to paint it with an automotive paint. We're going to see how that holds up. I might have certain areas that'll be the regular flat black, but most of the unit that you see will be a nice high gloss purple. So I also want to make sure I don't put any dents in the metal. Okay, so onward. Next step, paint. Alright, we'll let that primer dry, and I'm going with blue on the next one. Oh. Alright, we're going to let that primer dry, and I'm going to go with blue, Rust-Oleum blue, on the next one, mostly because I know that this pit is eventually going to be purple, and blue will go with purple. A lot of people paint everything red, or you may want it to disappear and camouflage it and paint it black. I don't know. But if you leave it without painting it, or you may want to keep it this primer color. If you leave it without painting it, it's going to turn rusty, which is the same color as that. Okay, so the primer is it's dry enough for me, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and paint this purple. Anyone sees the pit, it'll be a nice conversation piece, and then when I repaint the pit, which is going to be probably darker than this, and I kind of want a metallic finish, and I already have a nice two-tone color to it. Ooh. Okay, so next we're going to throw these in the oven and bake them. I'm literally going to put it in my air fryer. And if any of you people don't like it, I'm so sorry. Don't do this at home. Let me push that button right there. Where's that button? Oh, there it is. Okay, I did clean both of these. I taped off the handle because it really doesn't, it's shooting clear, so it doesn't have to be precise. You might see that I have other paints here. But we're going to shoot this with this literally 30-year-old, maybe 40-year-old lacquer spray that my dad had. And I want to say this thing, no, it's got to be after the 80s because it's got a coat. So we're going to paint it. Put these aside. Must be pretty old because it cost the old man 96 cents. Oh. So now the grease trap. Now this right here, I have 2 of these. This right here is 1 1/4 inches, so it's not the same size as your 1 1/2 inch that's over there. Elbow. And here's where you start to wonder which way you're going to do it. So, if I go out this way, it's going to stick out about like that, but I have enough also to go out the back. And I think that might be what I want to do. So if I go out the back, yeah. But will I be able to reach the handle? So where will my handle be? Let's see. Turns this way to close. That would be down, which is really good. Yeah, I think I want to reach underneath there, and I think I want it to go out the back. We'll try it that way first to see how everything works. Okay? So I'm going to take the towel to protect the teeth. And that's loosey-goosey. May need to block these wheels, I'm not sure. Oh, shit. Degrees out the back. Then we're going to need a nipple. Now, technically you could have put this piece on before you put it on because it does clear the wheel. I wish I had. Okay. Now, I can already see a problem, can you? If this thing goes down, it's right there. Oh no, it ought to work. Alright. Uh-oh. There we go. There's the problem. Okay, so I had to remove the nut here and take this off so that I could spin it around without this getting in the way of anything. Now when you put it in, now that you don't have that thing, it's kind of hard to tell which side goes in first. Okay, so I went ahead and put the nipples on both sides of this because in my case I need it to come out just a little bit more. So the question is, once you remove the handle, how do you tell which side? Do I put it in this way? Or do I put it in this way? Now on this particular one, what I do is I take this, and see that lock right there? That's where it's supposed to stop. If you do it this way and install it this way, you can almost turn the whole thing. It doesn't stop where it needs to. So one of the ways I tell, at least on this one after looking at it, is you see the 90-degree angle of this collar here? That goes towards my elbow, okay? And the one that's tapered right here goes towards the outside. We're going to leave this off so I can spin it in. This doesn't need to be near as tight. But it needs to be tight so that when you're turning the handle, it doesn't twist on you. Ah, hell. It's the underside. This back on, and it's in the off position. I'm bringing it in a little bit. There we go. Nice installation grease. It is now opened. Okay, so here it is from the other side. You see it's just coming out. You could tilt it over there and put your bucket over there, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. Or you can put another extension on this out a little bit, which I don't think I necessarily want to, because then I can't back this up against a wall if I need to. So I might leave it like that. I might turn it a little bit like that. Yeah, I like about that. And here's my handle. Nothing's sticking out. See? Okay, so that's all installed. Alright, so you may not have a grease thing, so you may want to plug this up, but I like to shut mine off. I'm really not going to have much grease anyway. And the reason why is we don't want any updraft into the case from outside any other place but through here, which is going to be right where all the coals are. That's the only draft I want. A wildcat dig ground to ride away approaching, and the wind began to howl.